not for the football and Cristiano Ronaldo, it will be less known, arguably, around the world. Football's done a lot for Portugal's notoriety around the world, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so I mean, I'll be down my local bar, a Petisqueira in the middle of Vila Facaya this evening.
Okay.
I think it kicks off at 8:00.
So what have we got tonight then? What matches have we got this evening? Or this afternoon?
Portugal are playing the Czech Republic, I think.
Right, excellent.
And then there'll be a game on this afternoon. I'm not sure who's playing this afternoon, but it'll be from the same group, I would imagine.
I'll bring it onto the screen now. So Portugal's first game is tonight, which is great news. And it is a fantastic introduction, definitely, to how this country is around its... I mean, it is the primary sport here, I would say.
Absolutely, yeah.
It is the first and foremost love, sporting-wise. And it goes beyond sport, of course, as well. Yes, we've got 5 o'clock today, Turkey versus Georgia. And at 8 o'clock this evening, Portugal, as Jason says there, Portugal versus the Czech Republic. So a very important day here in Portugal. Very important evening, especially. How should one approach this? Now, if you're a foreigner... going into a Portuguese cafe can be stressful at the best of times because you're thinking, how do I order what I want? Are people going to be staring at me and that sort of thing? How do you make your move into a Portuguese cafe to watch football for the first time, Jason? What would be your advice?
For the very first time, I would get yourself near a TV.
Yep.
Plonk yourself in between a load of other people. And then the first move is the people who are immediately around you, buy them a beer.
Oh, nice move. Yep.
Buy them a beer, sit down, and then you can use a few Portuguese words, no small amount of interpretive dance, and just try and break down some barriers.
Yes.
Because football is a universal language.
Yes. Yeah.
And so if you think about all the commentators and people like that, it can be described in action as much as it can in words.
I see.
See?
Yeah.
And
very good. Which
you
is
can also express your joy and your disappointment, without necessarily knowing the correct Portuguese. But just by the fact that you've taken an interest, and you're in there, it'll break down barriers very quickly.
Yeah,
especially if they win.
It'll be a beautiful evening, won't it? And
do
you know much about the Czech Republic? I mean, they're not a weak team, are they? This is not going to be a pushover.
Like I say, most of my football knowledge comes from at least 15 years ago, and they always used to have a really good team, Czech Republic. They're one of those hard-working teams that have a solid defence.
Yes.
And might try and hit you on the counter, I think.
Okay.
Whereas Portugal's style is much more free-flowing. They've got some quite good creative players.
Yes.
In fact, they've got a really good spine to their team, and so running from front to back.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to put my hand up and say I think it'll be 2-0 to Portugal tonight.
Very good. Excellent. Thank you for that. Cristiano Ronaldo makes the Portugal national team more visible, but it usually plays better without him lately, that is. Thank you, Antonio F., for your analysis there as well. So thanks for that, Jason. An interesting evening for you ahead. 8 o'clock tonight, Portugal's first game in the Euros. Are you following? I mean, as an Englishman, are you torn then between following Portugal and England, or have you just completely switched allegiances now?
Agora eu morar aqui.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to take this.
I live here now, and so it's like it seems prudent to me. If I want free beer, then it's better if I cheer for Portugal.
Yes, which will be that will be an interesting, not like a moral dilemma in a way, because Portuguese people might wonder why you've given up on your team. On the one hand, they might be thinking, love it, this bloke has completely embraced life here and he's supporting our national side, but he's deserted his own, which is something we could never do. So that'll be interesting with that change of sides and fortunes.
I mean, I've explained to him in the bar why I'm there.
Yeah.
It's like, I like the football, but really it's a bit like going to a decent party for me.
Yes.
It's like I'm there for the atmosphere of what's going on there as much as what's happening on the pitch.
Yes. Yeah. No, fair enough. Absolutely. All of life is there. It'll be amazing tonight. So take Jason's advice there and pop into get right in the middle of the action at your local Portuguese cafe. Get to know people and don't worry too much. After a couple of Imperials, you'll be fine anyway. The whole atmosphere will be swinging and it'll be great fun. And let us know how you get on tomorrow. Pam could never get on with supporting England, not even when living in England, I think. So another one who switched to their allegiance to Portugal, I think. Thank you, Jason, for that. Football's Coming Homestead is the name of the show today. Let's have a look at your beautiful homestead.